It's my pleasure to be with you tonight and to introduce Major General R. Martin Umbarger, who will provide our invocation and tribute to our fallen brothers. Major General Umbarger was appointed as the Adjutant General of Indiana on March 11, 2004, and was reappointed by Governor Mitch Daniels on December 1, 2004. As the Adjutant General, Major General Umbarger's primary focus is to lead the Indiana Army and Air National Guard. First, please stand for the presentation of the colors.
Set, arms, order, arms, right, face, forward, march.
Please be seated. Major General Umbarger began his career as an enlisted soldier for the Indiana Army National Guard in 1969. He was commissioned as a second lieutenant, infantry branch, in June 1971 after graduating from the Indiana Military Academy. Prior to his current assignment, Major General Umbarger served as the Deputy Commanding General, United States Forces Command. Major General Umbarger graduated from University of Evansville in 1969 with a business degree and from United States Army War College in 1997. We want to thank Brother Umbarger for being with us today and ask him to please come forward so he too may receive the Lambda Chi Alpha Order of Achievement for his outstanding career success and service to his country. Please join me in congratulating our second brother tonight as the recipient of the Order of Achievement, Major General R. Martin Umbarger.
Wow. I thought I was just supposed to come here and make a few comments to my brothers. I honestly was not expecting that, and I'm so humbled. I'm so humbled. You know, you kind of get me. You kind of get me. But brothers, spouses, sweethearts, it is indeed an honor to be with you all this evening as we assemble here in Indianapolis, the home of our national headquarters, to celebrate the 100th year of our fraternity, but also to recognize and give honor to those who have worn the cross and crescent, but also have given the ultimate sacrifice of their lives to assure and protect all the freedoms we have come to know as Americans. You know, when I got asked a few months ago that, matter of fact, I went to a function here in Indianapolis where they were starting, the national headquarters was starting to begin the year of our Centennial, our 100th year as existence. And I went to that program here in Indianapolis, and they came and asked me if I might be able to come by and say a few words, and I was real humbled by that. And I naturally, over the last few weeks and months, began to think about what I might say to my brothers and their sweethearts. And I had to kind of think back a little bit to over 40 years ago, matter of fact, 44 years ago, when I was a freshman at University of Evansville. Did not pledge my first year, but I did. I saw what fraternity life was about. I had some of those guys said, you don't want to be part of the fraternity, you know, you don't want to be that, you want to stay an independent. You remember those, but I watched that year. I watched those guys and how they conducted themselves and the brotherhood and their friendship and the camaraderie that they had. And I felt like I wanted to be a part of something like that. So my sophomore year, I did pledge. And it also seems like just yesterday when I was in the student union in 1967, when I opened up that bid sheet, we all remember that, and I remember those words, not for 4 years, but for life. I didn't quite understand what that meant. Did you guys? Did you know what it meant then? Do we not know what it means now? Do we not know what it means now? My wife, we married after college. She was not part of my experience in my period of being the brother, but she's come to know my brothers here as we remain very, very close, and it blows her mind. She says, I can't believe it. I can't believe how you stay that close to those in that little University of Evans down there. But here in Indianapolis, we got a great bunch of brothers. We get calls all the time. Hey, we're going to the Colts game. Get a little email. Why don't you stop by at half or beforehand? Come by. We're going to have some chili. Maybe drink a beer with your brothers. And we go by, and there's 12, 15 brothers there with their spouses we've all come to know. You get somebody has a little bit of a problem. You get somebody gets a bit of a health issue. A little email goes out to the brothers, and we're there for them. All right, my wife and I's 25th wedding anniversary, we had a lot of our friends, a lot of military, what we've known over the years naturally, our family, of course. But all those there could not believe. I had 15 couples of my brothers there celebrating with my wife and I. That's what fraternity is all about. That's what for life means when you open up that bid sheet. And I also thought back in college, I thought the other things that what really left a great impression on me. And I thought I was fortunate enough to play football. Had a great experience with that. All of you that's done it in high school, you've done it in collegiately. It's just a special thing that you learn, getting knocked down, getting back up, being part of a team. I remember going to a small school where everybody knew one another. That was very special to me as I look back what was really important. But truly the singular thing that sticks out on my 4 years of experience, what began me on my life, was the fraternity. The fraternity, the brotherhood. It wasn't, I learned very early, as you all did, it's not about me anymore, it's about us. It's about the team, about working together with your pledge class, getting through all those things. Now, back when I was going through, some of us old guys out here, you know, we had that Hell Week stuff, and we had all that stuff that kind of, we don't do it anymore, and that's okay. We don't do some things in the military today at basic training that we used to years ago. You got to change with the times, I understand that, but I'll never forget those times that forged us together. And the other thing I'll share with you is I thought about my life, and I look back on the privilege and honor for 40 years wearing this uniform. I thought about the similarities, so much there is between serving your country, wearing a uniform, and being part of a fraternity. They're so similar. I know there's many of you out there, guys, that serve your country. Probably many of you have been in foreign lands, and some of you, many have not. But I will tell you, those that have served, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You yearn very quick. You can't survive in a squad, in a platoon, in a company, in a battalion, a brigade. It's not about you. You've got the team together. You've got to work together. It's the collective effort. And I look back, when did I learn that? Did I learn that at basic training? Did I learn that at OCS? No, I learned that in the fraternity. That's where I learned, and I carry it to this day. The other thing I was looking at a little bit in the Army, we talk about themes, we talk about creeds, we talk about values, and I was reading the Army values in my dog tag that I carry with me. Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Get out your Pegagoddess, guys, and read it. See what the core values of Lambda Chi Alpha is. You read them. There's only one word different. Instead of selfless service, it's service and stewardship. I don't know who wrote those values, but I know one thing. I don't know whether he was Army or a Lambda Chi, but I bet you the amount of money he was both. And I tell this a lot when I get a chance to talk to soldiers getting ready to go off to war and their families, and I talk about service, and I just came back last Saturday from spending a week over in Iraq with our great soldiers from Indiana, and there's soldiers there from all over the nation and airmen. The greatest, highest retention rate in the Indiana National Guard ever is going on right now, in the second longest conflict of our nation. In 1974, after the Vietnam War, we became an all-volunteer service. Many of the world said it would never last. You could not, and particularly in a long conflict. But these young men and women today, and I know we talk about the greatest generation. That's my father, a World War II vet. He taught us baby boomers and a lot of things. They sacrificed a lot, but I want to tell you right now, this younger generation that are volunteering and serving, they also are a great generation. So just when you see somebody that's wearing this uniform and serving their country, I know you do a lot, but just thank them for their service, because this fight is not going away. Whether we get out of Iraq or Afghanistan, I'm not trying to get on the pedestal with you here, but I'm telling you, there's a certain number of people in this world who want to take away the American way of life, trust me. And we're going to be in this in the long haul. And thank God we got young men and women who are willing to raise their hand and serve this great, great country. I'm very, very proud of them. Thank you. I just want to leave you with, we've been talking about celebrating 100 years. Since 1909, and you know, since 1909, we've had a lot of conflicts. We've had a lot of wars. We've had a lot of those given the ultimate sacrifice. I'd like to say to you that 1,068,771 Americans have given their life since the Revolutionary War. Since 1909, there's been close to 700 Lambda Chi Alphas given their life in the different wars from World War I on. And I'd like to read a little something to you from an 18th century British statesman, Edmund Burke, that said, "All that is essential for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing." Good men do nothing. We learned a long time ago in our values of Lambda Chi Alpha, you step out front. It's all about service, it's above self, being a part of something bigger than yourself. And in closing, for those Lambda Chi's, for those 1,068,000 Americans that have given their life, I'd just like to read a short poem to you that I believe speaks the spirit of all of our fallen heroes. Braced against the fierce soldier, malviolence and vice, they stand toe to toe and eye to eye. Braced, unyielding, unwilling to flinch in the face of those that would destroy what is good, those that would destroy what has not yet begun. Braced against all that would harm the innocent and the unprotected. They are the wall standing vigilant against all that is wrong. They are the soldiers that allow us to sleep peacefully, safe from those that would harm us in the night. They are the heroes of our nation. They are our brothers that walked among us quietly, spoke to us kindly, offered help willingly, and laid down their lives selflessly. They are our fallen. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you what a deed and honor it is for me to be with you, and welcome to Indiana. Have a wonderful, and Indianapolis, have a great, great conference. And if you would please join me, you know it's in the custom of the military when we lay a fallen soldier to rest, that we render that beautiful bugle call, taps. Would you please stand for me, if we would please honor me with the playing of the word taps for our fallen heroes. Thank you so much. Kalepata Kala Vir Quisque Vir. Thank you so much.